Here on the Colour of Country Life, we're chatting with Anne Webster, the member for Mallee. And look, we usually make light of things where we can here on Flow, but you have been given an early minute, but it's for a very important reason, back home in the electorate due to the passing of Queen Elizabeth II.
Yeah, look, absolutely. It's one of those things that that we all expected, like it would happen at some point in time, but when it actually happens, I think there are many of us still trying to come to terms with it. And here, I'm in Canberra at the moment, and, we've had various commemorations. We've had the proclamation yesterday with King Charles becoming king, obviously in England and Britain, and then us acknowledging it here at Parliament House. And I guess it helps to bring it home. But, we've had a wonderful Queen for 70 years, the enduring stability, if you like, through so many prime ministers, so many governments across every land. And yet she has remained the single figure who has been steadfast. And even with upsets in her own family and things that have no doubt grieved her deeply, she has remained loyal and dedicated to her devotion as Queen. And, what can you say?
Yeah, one thing a couple of things I want to pick up on the statement that you made. It is the end of the second Elizabethan era. It really is a poignant statement. 70 years really of her reign. It really was an era, and now we're sort of in the era of kings, if you like, from King Charles forwards.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. All being well, of course, King Charles, and it will be King William following that. So, no, that's exactly right. And she's had a phenomenal and stellar era, as I've said. And it struck me as the second Elizabethan era.
And also the visits to your own electorate long, long ago. But certainly she created a lot of energy and did visit quite a number of regional Australian areas and encouraged a lot of not only people to come out and see her, but also some investment in the local electorates as well.
Oh, look, absolutely. I was quite stunned reading up on the fact that she visited Mallee 3 times. To Swan Hill and Mildura, I think, were the same visit, but Maryborough in another visit. And, that's pretty extraordinary, I think. We had one visit from Princess Diana and Prince Charles at that stage in Mildura, which I remember. And they're events that nobody forgets. I've actually offered on my Facebook page for people to make comment about what they remember, but I suspect it's a long way ago, a long time ago that people would have to dig it out.
And you also mentioned you appreciated her Christmas message every year as well, something some people haven't really picked up on. But yeah, she did address the world, address the Commonwealth particularly about encouraging people every Christmas.
It's true. There are some years that were, what did she call it, annus horribilis, for her and for the world. And I always looked or listened with interest to what she would say about it, because she always did refer to it. Like, she didn't avoid the changing world circumstances and the challenges that we're facing as a globe, but she always had something positive to say and always went back to values, things that we hold as steadfast, and really give us a grounding for the future, including her faith, of course. And I think we have a tremendous amount to be grateful for and to reflect on.
Absolutely. And lastly, this now pushes back, I guess, some of the activity in Parliament. The sitting week this week's been cancelled, and then we've still got the federal budget, I take it, but the Prime Minister has said those weeks will be caught up. Have I got that correct?
Yeah, look, you have. It's 1 week that he will need to catch up prior to budget. I'm actually remaining in Parliament in Canberra because I've got many, many meetings under my shadow assistant ministerial portfolio and in the electorate as well. So I've got meetings set up here, and quietly we're getting about business anyway. So we may not be having public fanfares about anything, but we've still got plenty of work to do.
Yes, I imagine Her Majesty would say keep calm and crack on.
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right, Anne Webster, thank you very much for joining us today during a period of great, historical moment in Canberra with a lot of major events we haven't seen for many years going on in the nation's capital.
Absolutely. Thanks, Ricky.